Mark DeRosa, I'm Lauren Shahadi. Mark Kotze leading the crowd of 40,000+ fans enjoying the final
some scene, huh?
game.
Kotz is a man of
Oakland together, some scene.
Kotz is a man of few words.
Yeah.
And for him to get, I thought he went out there and hard on his sleeve. He went out, he was shaking hands, taking pictures with the people in the parking lots before the games.
There was an image I keep
emotional
thinking
day.
about, of a stadium worker who has worked there for 31 years in tears. So many people,
that's who I feel bad for. I mean, the owners and the players, they're going to be fine.
It was
they're billionaires and millionaires largely, but it's the stadium workers, it's the fans that are not going to have baseball, and that's a shame.
We're thinking of you. One last win. That was written in the stars, wasn't it, right? To the National League West, where the Padres and the Dodgers gave you everything they had this series. And top of the 7th, Will Smith's value.
We're going to celebrate tonight.
It really just kind of let us know that we're going to fight. We're going to fight to the end, no matter what. Win, lose, or draw.
It never gets old, does it?
It never gets old. It's always cold, but anytime we're getting champagne on us, it means we did something good.
Congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Champagne will grab you.
It'll shock you.
Especially if you're wearing
Orioles, Yankees. Giancarlo Stanton puts a shock into this ball.
B, take this stick of wood, sling it.
He doesn't talk like that.
Yes, in my dreams, he talks like
I've said that multiple times. 1-0 Yankees. In the 6th, Garrett Cole thought he had a punch out of Anthony Santander.
Garrett.
And then the very next pitch, he's like, all right, here's 97. Oh, look at the mean. He got the mean on for the home plate umpire.
If you're the umpire, it's like, balls up.
Maybe a touch. 6th inning, Stanton clears the bases. He's starting to get hot at the right time. It's 5-0 New York in the 7th. Cole back out there. Corbin Burns pitched the ball well through 5 innings, but they wanted to get him out of there after trying to manage his workload moving forward. And then that's it for Cole. 5 strikeouts on 101 pitches, 6 2/3. And then in the 7th, the punctuation.
Pop up to short. Nope.
Aaron Judge,
like, what the?
2-run homer. He has homered in 5 consecutive games for the 2nd time in his career. The last time he did it was 2020 in the 9th. Yep, they're getting the clubhouse ready.
Not taking any chances.
Cedric Mullins grounds out to end it, and the Yankees are AL East Division champions for the 21st time in their history. Here's some post-game reaction.
That's what it's all about, all of us coming together. You know, I talked to quite a few of the guys about trying to get them down, and they were all on board. You know, I think that speaks volumes to the type of character we got on this team and the type of guys we got. You know, they want to win. You know, when you wear these pinstripes, when you get a chance to play in front of these fans, you know, they expect you to win. They expect the best out of you, and you got to show up every single day. And that's what these guys did from the very beginning.
I thought we mixed really well. I thought Austin was really sharp with our reads. We played great defense. G popping them in the 3rd there gave us a little bit of cushion to keep attacking. We were just focused on getting the job done.
It goes down to captain Aaron. You know, he just does a good job of getting everybody together and feeling like we're all part of this thing. And from, spring training on, he's the guy the reason why we're so close.
It's going to be great. I mean, get the home crowd going, get the home team advantage. I think it's huge for the playoff.
Just for reference, J.P. Morosi is 3 feet tall. So, if you want to know how big
it really is crazy.
It's amazing. Look at this. Most division titles since 1969. The Atlanta Braves still 1 clear of the Los Angeles Dodgers. And look at the Yankees, 2021. Their first division title since 2022. All right, J-Ro, which direction you want to go?
All right, so
the New York Yankees.
I was sitting there last night watching this game, and I'm like, got to get creative, something funny. I was talking to my wife at the time, and I was like, are they the New York skyline? Because as they're celebrating, I mean, Judge and Stanton and Cole and Clay Holmes, these are monsters of
big men.
So I was like, are they, the skyline? Are they skyscrapers?
Heidi was like, I don't care. Okay.
She was kind of interested. Actually, she was like, you should do $1 million listing with the Frederic and all that. And I'm like, now you're going.
Frederick, not Frederic.
I call him Frederic.
He's Fred.
But then Rich Savino, our coordinating producer, text me and said, make Judge a skyscraper. I'm like, here we go. It's all coming in.
Yes, let's go.
We got to get some. All right. We got to get some contractors.
Oh.
Who's running this job
Are they going
site?
to show up on
Aaron
time?
Boone, he never wavered. He's giving out signs, and we're going to build the Aaron Judge skyscraper, and everyone's going to chip in a little bit because he's built them up the entire season. Pop up to short. Got it. Nope. 5th straight game with a home run. Aaron Judge, your American League MVP, leading the Yankee charge. So I want to put some guys on some jobs. Who's on the jackhammer? Not you, Robert Flores. Juan Soto's man in the jackhammer.
I mean, when the mood strikes.
I got it. He's got 41 homers, 108 RBIs, a 177 OPS plus. He's going to play some postseason games in Yankee Stadium and potentially sign back. Who's on framing and structural? Who's got the nicest frame? Giancarlo Pualo.
Yeah.
Giancarlo Stanton. He has the nicest frame, and he hit this missile double at 172 miles an hour exit velocity.
I don't know
That's
how
a lie. Then he went deep. I want to put someone on the cement mixer. It might be Jazz Chisholm, because when he came in, what does he sit on?
See, I'm a person from OO. I'm looking for spin. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna look for spin, but I'm gonna time up a fastball.
Well, if you're looking for spin from OO, you can man a cement mixer, and when they hang one, you can take it deep. He's brought some flash and some swag to the New York Yankees. Who's on the elevators? Ooh. It better be Austin Wells, because he's got to play way above his pay grade come this postseason. He's going to be hitting in that 4 slot, and you're going to get nothing but 4 fingers for Aaron Judge, and I think Austin Wells can handle it. Who's got the crane work? Let's put Garrett Cole on the crane work. He seems to rise to the occasion, kind of put the finishing touches. And last night, he was on it. He pitched, like Aaron said in his post-game press conference. It was elevated heaters. He had the little cutter working, the big breaking ball, the tip of the cap. He understands the importance of October in a Yankee uniform. And then who's going to have the final walkthrough, final inspection? Is it Clay Holmes? He looked pretty nasty last night. He had that sinker dialed in. Or is it going to be Luke Weaver, who has gone from starter to kind of finding his way to kind of turning into a little bit of a toughie on the back end of the bullpen? Yeah. So congratulations to the New York Yankees.
Congratulations,
Aaron Judge took you as far as he could. You're building the skyscraper.
I have so many bullpen questions. Tom Verducci is going to answer them when he comes
coming
on a little bit later on. But the Nestor injury, that hurts for me because I feel like the moment is never too big for him.
I agree.
In the postseason,
And
just give him the ball.
he had been pitching so well.
Yes, he
so
had
hopefully we see him at some point.
Let's see. To Oakland, California, gentlemen, one last time. It was a
win away from clinching the NL West for a 3rd year in a row and for the 11th time in the last 12 years. Bottom 7, Dodgers down 2-0. Man on for Will Smith. 50 season, 400 total bases. Dodgers have a 1-game lead on the Phillies for the best.
So the other night, moments after Shohei Ohtani had become the first player ever to go 50-50, 50-plus homers, 50-plus steals in one season, I recorded a video with a stunned and potentially knee-jerk overreaction that the case had just been closed, that Shohei's the baseball GOAT. My man Deion Sanders backed me up the other day when he said, and I quote, "Ohtani, he's incredible, man. You can compare him to the Jordans and the Tom Bradys of the world. That's who he is. He's doing things we haven't fathomed," said Deion Sanders, who did start in center field and bat leadoff for those teams that I previously mentioned. Deion knows what he's talking about when it comes to baseball. And yes, sir, Ohtani is doing things we have not fathomed. He's about to win his third MVP in 4 seasons. And of course, when his arm has been healthy, the man has gone 38-19 as a pitcher, including an ERA right at 3. In 2022, he finished 4th in the Cy Young race with an ERA of 2.33. Extraordinary. And he's now stolen 55 bases at 6 feet 4 inches tall and 210 pounds. And he, who knows, may wind up leading the league in homers for a second straight year. Lord have mercy. No player has ever been this all-around versatile. I mean, Babe Ruth couldn't run. Barry Bonds didn't have much of an arm. Ohtani is actually what you'd call a 6-tool player, maybe the first ever 6-tool player. He can throw from deep right field to third base, and he can pitch. Top 5 pitcher pitch. Ohtani is definitely the tools GOAT. But here's where I overreacted. Conclusion jumped. I wasn't thinking at that crazy moment, that goosebumps moment, that Shohei Ohtani has never played in the postseason. Not a single swing, not a single pitch. As you probably know, I'm all about the playoffs, the money games, the ones that really matter. Now, do I think Ohtani will be great when it matters most? I do. But he's now the best player on the Dodger team favored to win it all. Time to back that up. Maybe time for me to calm down just a little, just for a moment. So this is what's dawned on me. Identifying the baseball GOAT is way, way more complicated than concluding Michael Jordan, obviously, and Tom Brady, obviously. The problem is the most valuable players in baseball are starting pitchers who can pitch only every 5th or 6th or sometimes even 7th day, unless they're Ohtani or Babe Ruth. So baseball was my first love when I was a kid, but Babe Ruth was even before my time. So I did read some written for kids biography of the Babe. It really didn't do his career much justice, and not until last night did I look hard at what he accomplished. Of course, until Hank Aaron came along, Ruth was obviously the greatest home run hitter ever, finished with 714. But I did not realize that Babe Ruth pitched Boston to 3 World Series titles, pitched them to the titles. In 2 World Series, he went 3-0 with an 0.87 ERA. He also led the league in ERA 1 year, along with going 23-12. Whew. Whoa. Wow. Yet, as you know, Babe Ruth did not have to compete against Black or Latin players. And as you probably know, Babe Ruth was a fat guy. So for me, those 2 factors somehow always disqualified him from being in the GOAT debate. which brings me to Barry Bonds. I had the honor and privilege of covering Michael Jordan in Chicago and Barry Bonds in San Francisco. Barry Bonds was the greatest hitter ever. Ain't even close. The only hitter who ever had the advantage over the pitcher. While Barry was winning 5 MVPs in San Francisco to go along with the 2 that he won previously in Pittsburgh, Barry Bonds shattered Roost's single-season records for walks and intentional walks and on-base percentage. That's because nobody would pitch to Barry Bonds. He'd only see, and I was at many of these games, maybe a couple of hittable pitches a night, and he would invariably hit those hard, either off or over the wall. And yes, I know all about the performance-enhancing drugs. Barry actually came late to that Maguire-Sosa party. But the steroids did not enhance Barry's ability to put bat on ball solidly, nearly every single swing, bat on ball with the rarest of hand-eye coordination. Steroids didn't help that. And by the way, Barry did win 8 Gold Gloves, and he did steal 52 bases one year in Pittsburgh. That was pre-steroids, before he got big. But I must admit, Barry's postseason numbers never quite lived up to his regular seasons. In fact, by his standards, they're pretty sorry, except for that one great World Series he played in, when late in Game 6, I was there, with a 5-0 lead and a ring nearing his finger, Barry started clowning around during a late at-bat. Then Dusty Baker looked like he was celebrating prematurely. And those Rally Monkey Angels fought back, and they won 6-5. Then they won Game 7, and Barry Bonds wound up with 0 rings. Not goatish.